as
How
I prayed
does God
more and
say
more.
that? Does he say, Megan, you must get
No,
out of the
well,
relationship?
you know what's weird?
How does it come to you?
When he told me that Devon was my husband, it sounded like that.
Now, it's quite clear throughout the Bible that God hates divorce for believers. And without any information coming out so far between Megan Good and Devon Franklin about why they're getting divorced, I guess it's safe to say that we can't judge if this was actually a divorce with biblical grounds. But the one reason I wanted to do this video was something you should have heard in the first clip that I played at the start of this video. Listen to it again.
When he told me that Devon was my husband, it sounded like that.
Now, many people I'm sure will think back to Megan Good saying things like God told her he was her husband, and say, you know what, she was totally lying, etc., and anything along those lines. And unless you're somebody who believes that God doesn't speak, let's just be charitable and hope for the best, because this is a key lesson I want to share with you in today's video. I want you to understand, just because God may speak to you, that doesn't mean or guarantee there's going to be an happy ending, or that challenges are not going to come. But let me just give you one example in today's video. So, famous story in the Bible, Joseph, right? Joseph had a dream about his brothers, as you can see here. You can read this in your own time. Genesis 37, verse 5 to 9. Very quick, two dreams he had, but most people know about this dream here, where the sun and the moon and 11 stars all bowed down to him. God gave him these dreams. But did you know, from the moment Joseph had these dreams to the time this actually materialized later on, as you can see here in Genesis 42, verse 6, where it says his brothers came and bowed down to him with their faces to the ground. In verse 9, you can see it says Joseph remembered the dreams which he had, but obviously his brothers at this particular point didn't know who he actually was. You're talking about a 20-year gap. And between this dream that God gave to Joseph, Joseph was persecuted by his brothers. He was sold into slavery by his brothers. He was sent into prison through false accusation until he ultimately ascended to where God ultimately wanted him to be. And even if God did say to Megan Good all those years ago, this was your husband, if that is true, that didn't guarantee that her marriage would survive without challenges being there and them having to overcome them. So never make the mistake of thinking that it's going to be a walk in the park just because God said something should happen. And considering today's video was about divorce, another marriage which was in turmoil was gospel artist Ty Trebet.